And at what point did it get to where we were fighting with mom and dad to pick up the tab?
I'm gonna be honest with you. This younger generation, they're not making the move.
$200 flies out of my pocket just as I exit my doorway. Sometimes people think you got more money than what you actually got because of your lifestyle, the way you live. The bill comes, and the person whose entire idea was start looking at their phone and turning away.
This is an Unsolicited Perspectives YouTube exclusive.
All right, Jay, this next topic, hits pretty close to home for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
And it is, when do you get to a certain point
Mm-hmm.
when your elders are no longer the ones responsible for picking up the tabs? So I think back to when we were kids, and at what point did it get to where we were fighting with mom and dad to pick up the tab anytime we went out to dinner or something like that? And for us, it happened somewhere in our 20s.
Yes.
Right. But we're now uncles and aunties, right? We in our uncle and auntie eras, and we got, little cousins, and we got little nieces and nephews, and they're becoming of age.
Yes.
When does it get to a point where we hand off that responsibility, the tab come to the table?
Yeah.
And they're like, don't worry, I got this.
Yeah. So this is also it's for me too, because the expectation is that the oldest person there, me as the auntie, is gonna pay for everything. And that's cool, but it's like, at least pump fake, like, don't. I think, I'm gonna be honest with you, this younger generation, they're not making the move. They're not trying, and I don't know what it is, because I feel like we all kind of grew up the same way, where it's like that older person picks up the tab, and then you get to the point, usually in your 20s, where you got your first job, and it's like a point of pride for you to be like, I got it, let me do it this time, and you kind of fight over the check or whatever. And now it still is like, okay, that elder typically still pays, like, you lose the fight, but sometimes you win the fight. Sometimes I've been able to get our mom dinner, or get our dad dinner, or something like that, like, or at least little things like that. Sometimes you win the fight, sometimes you don't, but they're not trying to put up the fight. They just sitting there. They're not reaching for nothing. They're not trying to reach for nothing. And I was like, this was your idea. You wanted to
That's
come
the
out.
thing that be killing me. It be their idea.
Yeah.
It's not my idea. My idea is to sit in the house where I don't spend no money. I step outside, $200 flies out of my pocket just as I exit my doorway in my home.
It just goes whoosh, and it's gone. And it just comes right out of your account, because, again, I don't have cash. Like, I just get a ding on my phone as soon as I step out, and I'm like, $200 has been debited from your account. And I look for the reason, and it just says outside. And I just and so I like to be home. I'm paying to be here.
Right.
I'm paying to live here. I would like to be here. And so this was your idea. You are the one that said, hey, let's go get dinner. Hey, let's go get drinks. Hey, let's go here. Let's go there. And then, if it's your idea, if you set the invitation, if we out here because of you, you need to at least make a move, like you're gonna pay for this.
Right.
Or pay for yourself. And let me say, no, I have it. No, I got you this round. Like, let me do that. But they're not doing that. They're not making that move. They are like, nope, you're my big cousin. Nope, you're my auntie. I am assuming that you have this. And I just, I'll just turn them down, honestly. If they're like, hey, you want to go get a drink? Nah. Because I have to think about, I have to think about, can I afford the both of us? Not, can I just afford myself? Can I afford the both of us? And if the answer to that is no, I'd be like, hey, I got to hit you the next go round.
That's real interesting. I'm gonna throw you a curveball.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people think you got more money than what you actually got because of your lifestyle, the way you live. I'm not talking about you in general. I'm just talking about.
They always think that.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know personally for me, because the way I live, people think that just because I pay a lot to live where I live, and my place is set up where it looks like it could be expensive, they don't realize that I find the cheapest deals. I make things that are cheap, make them look like they're expensive. The setup, it is all ambiance. All right, it is all facade.
And it's been acquired over time. I didn't just walk in here and then just purchase all of the stuff.
Right.
You know, it has been acquired over time. Like this, no. And I pay a lot to live here, which is why I don't have no damn money. Like I don't have the money to take all y'all out to dinner. I don't have that. And you asking to go to dinner, all of y'all, because you think I'm gonna pay for you. And I'm say, hey, no, I don't have it.
No. So the curveball is there are people that are older.
Yeah.
That still be like, oh, you got it because you got money. And I'm like, oh, what makes you think I got money?
What makes you think that?
What makes you think I got, because I care myself? I mean, I dress nice and I try to smell good.
Yeah.
But you know, everything is built, it's been acquired over time. I didn't go on a shopping spree. And if I did go on a shopping spree, that means I ain't got no more money.
Right.
And I don't think it's just the younger generation. I personally have some people who are older than me. I'm not going to throw this person under the bus, but there was a person that came to my dwelling one time and said, hey, let's go get something to eat. And there was a group of us. Now, the group that was already with me are my people.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I'm going to take care of you.
Yeah.
Right, because this wasn't your idea. You weren't planning to go anywhere or do anything. This person then walked in the scene and said, let's go do this. So we gonna go do this. This person that walked in the scene and said, let's go do this, is older than me, right? Okay. So we go out, we eating, we drinking, we having a good time. The bill comes. And the person whose entire idea was start looking at their phone and turning away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got these people because these are my people. This your bill. Oh, I thought you had me too. I didn't want to do this. I was chilling in the crib. You said this.
Yeah.
Well, no, you pay for everybody else, pay for me too. I don't even have any money. What?
Yeah.
This was your idea to go, and you've been ordering and eating and you ain't got no money?
Yeah.
Never again.
No.
And never have I again. The person hit me up, let's go do this. Nope.
No.
I ain't got you. Nope.
No.
Can't do it.
No. And that's how I approach it. I look at it like, okay, I'm probably going to foot the bill for this. Do I have it like that? If I don't, then I'll be like, I had to hit you next go round. I ain't gonna be able to make it out. So I run on the assumption that I'm gonna handle the bill depending on the person that's asking. And so if I feel like I ain't got it, I ain't going.
Yeah, well, and look, I need to be more like you when I grow up. Because
you've got to tell people no. You got to tell people no. And the thing is also, I don't explain myself.
You ain't got to.
No, you don't have to. No is a full sentence. Hey, it is. It actually is. And so when somebody asks you something and you be like, no, that's it. It's there. There's no other explanation that's needed. Well, why can't you? I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Speaking of which, somebody asked me if I could house sit for them when they go on vacation. And I was like, no. And they were like, but we're not going to be there. It's not going to be a party that you have to attend because we know that you don't like doing those same things. It's just house sitting for us. I was like, no, it's way out the way and I have my own home.
Yeah.
I want to go home.
Yeah.
Somebody the other night was asking me, because I'm going to a party in a couple of weeks that's a little bit further away. And they were like, yeah, you could just crash at this person's house. And I was like, no, I'm going home that night.
Yeah.
Well, why? You're going all the way back home? Yeah, I have a whole bed at home. I'm not sleeping on nobody's couch. I'm too old for that.
Here's the thing. I'm over 40, baby. I'm getting in my bed.
I'm going to get in my bed.
It is a silly posturepedic. Okay? I'm not doing it.
Yo, a 10,000 thread count.
Exactly. I've been sliding off the bed. Them sheets is woven so tight. Mm-mm. I'm going home. And luckily, I always have a built-in excuse because I have 2 dogs. But like, I'm going home. Like, are you kidding me? I don't care how far I have to drive. I got home last night at 2:00 in the morning. I don't care how far I have to drive. I'm going home and I'm going to get in my bed. Like, I don't. No, I'm not crashing nowhere. No.
Yeah, gone are the days where I was 20 years old, sleeping on the kitchen floor, trying to grab a rug as a blanket,
Yeah.
waiting for the sun to come up because I
Yeah.
didn't want to be here because I was trapped in somebody's house. No,
No.
I'm going home. I
I'm
don't
going
care
home.
if I got to buy an Amtrak train ticket to travel 45 minutes and pay $200. I'm going
I'm going home.
home.
I'm going home.
And that's where I set my boundary, but I need to be better like you and just start setting boundaries with people
Yeah.
that invite me to things, and then all of a sudden I'm paying for it.
Yeah, you just gotta say no. There are certain people, and there's people that you know when they ask you, and I'll just be like, oh man, wish I could, but no.
Join the conversation and follow the Unsolicited Perspectives podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your audio podcasts.